Hi, it's time for morning Genshin, I guess. It's a new week, so you know, gotta do my weeklies, dailies, whatever is these. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still trying to get my second pull on Nahida. I don't know what her name is. The Dendro chick, the little girl, the Archon. But we'll see. I mean, I'm at my pity counter, kind of. Like, I'm at 75 plus, so, you know. Any one of these could be it. Well, there's a higher probability than normally, but, you know how it works. Alright, let's see. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I always forget to turn this, because usually I just listen to my music when I, you know, play this stuff, but, you know. Turn that down. Alright, we still have this, you know, I'm gonna do one of these really quick. Ooh, whoops, gotta turn my shit down. Whew. Oh, it is down. What the fuck? Huh. Whatever. Yeah, let's do this. Go to challenge. These are kind of cool. I like it. It's like Poke Battles, right? Except you're using fungi, which are, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that there's this region slime. Like, slime still exists, right? But this region has, you know, ooh, it's fungi, and they're everywhere, and they're really weak, and they're probably going to be everywhere forever. They're like different sizes and stuff. I already did the defense. I don't know, I haven't had as much of a problem with these as I think some other people are, and I don't really understand why. But then again, I don't know what everyone's going on in their brain, right? Like, I don't know how people are functioning. But it seems pretty like there's ways and ways, and there are definitely like really strong fungi. I don't know. We'll see. It could be just because I'm like translating my original tactic and how I play the game to these guys. These guys, so it's like, you know, you got the big old AoE, you got the crowd control, and you got heals, and then whatever else. So, you know, once you get the fundamentals down, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is a big dude. I'm gonna try. Yeah, let's try. See, because okay, I'm thinking like if I put Electro and Cryo together, then we'll lower its defense, and then we just smash it with the fire and the water. We could freeze it and just keep it CC'd forever. And if all else fails, I can use this big boy. Actually, I should probably just use it. Yeah, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck that guy. We'll use this guy. I mean, because this guy just slams, and it does so much damage. It doesn't even matter what element it is. And we'll just keep this guy here for that. See how it works. I haven't had like a lot of not luck. Keep getting frozen. There we go. Oh, this is legit good music. Oh. Slam that guy. Yeah, look at that. It's like 12k. Just raw damage for free. Yeah, this guy's definitely the MVP. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did different elements. Nah, this is done. This is a fixed fight. Yeah, I'll just do another slam, damn. Come on and slam! Next. Craggling okay, so now they got like stuff to read too. Inspire. When its opponent's HP falls under 15%, a large amount of HP will be restored to them after 10 seconds. This can only happen once per challenge. Okay, so focus and then a murder. Thundering Arena. Periodically applies Electro to nearby opponents and grants Thundering increased movement speed, increase Electro res by 100. Okay, so I guess I should... I can probably take this guy off, right? I don't need... Well, I mean, it... I don't know, honestly, like... Nah, fuck it, let's just go Dendro. I did it. I'm doing it. I did it. Nope. I wasn't born yesterday. Take out the weak boys first, as they do. I'm just ignoring these guys. Fuck it! I'm dead. As long as we maintain the health, like I think that's the big thing, is that health is pretty easy to maintain with this dude. And everything else is just, you know, a matter of time. There's no time limit. Well, I guess there is a time limit, but... oops. Alright, that's it. Come on and slam! I like it. I think it's fun. Snowburn applies pyro to nearby fungi and applies sticky flame to them. Until their pyro application is removed, they will take pyro damage. Okay. I don't know what that means. Whatever. Confirm lineup. Let's just go. As long as I keep these, I'll freeze them. Freeze them and then slam them. Damn, that took all of his shield off. Busted. So these guys are all pyroed up, right? But wow, that does a bunch of damage. As long as I maintain their health. Like, I've never lost one of these dudes yet, so... Come on and slam! That's not that much. I think it was doing a lot more because he had the debuff, the defense down, right? So it was doing like 12k and stuff like that. Or it could just be this dude, he's got a lot of defense. Alright, let's try and freeze him. Oh, good. Oh man, I need to, yeah, heal. See what Dendro does. I don't know. No, this guy doesn't apply it to himself, but it does spread it. Shit. Alright. I think this guy could slam his shield down in one hit, but we'll see. Yep. Damn, that's broken. There we go. Heal, 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 heal. Pokemon. Hell yeah, eat a dick. I did it. I beat that semi-difficult challenge. I don't know. Maybe it just has to do with like knowledge of reactions and properties of the fungus. Yeah, there are people saying that there's a way to like cheese through it. You could just like if you equipped a certain item and then you use that item, it will break you out of that whole not being able to attack thing, and you can just attack the enemies with the fungus, and it's like extremely busted. But that should give me enough for another pool. I'm all about that life. Alright. Wait. Oh, I didn't get this? Oh, I need to get it. Shit. Damn. Yeah, because I think I'm missing... Well, I don't know. How much... Let's see how much the, this nets. Because I definitely am going to be the champion, obviously. Alright, go to match. It gives me 30. Alright, how much... Did I get any... No. I can't even see. Fucking... 13, alright. I'll go do my dailies. Let's see. Yeah, because we still have our dailies and we have all this other stuff to do, so... Typically I like walking places in new areas just because I find, ooh, what's this adventure, you know? There's still several places I need to unlock. Well, not unlock, but just like chests and everything to get. Over there. What in the world? Alright, what are we looking for here? Look for snake food. Is it like a child? Oh. Oh, I thought that was like a kid in a tree. Eggs. Oh, mushrooms in a nest? Alright. Oh, I get it. We're not... I'm smart. Oh, special pet snake food. Alright, sweet. Snakes are cool. Some people may disagree, but some people may be wrong too. Hey, is that drunk muck TNI? Is that TNI guy? What's up, buddy? What are you up to on this Monday? God, I just, it's even a gross word. Monday. Not much, chilling, yeah, man. You got the day off? No, that was mean, I'm sorry. Chilling like a villain. I know that feel. Getting the work done, ugh. I wonder at what point you could just be like, you know what? Like, you make enough from streaming, right? Like, I don't know, somebody was talking, I was watching a channel of somebody that was recommended by somebody, and he was saying that there's like all these opportunities if you just want to kind of sell your soul to corporations and stuff when you're streaming to, like, I guess, you know, it's like the more you do, that would be more of an opportunity for someone like you with a nice fancy setup, you know. But there's all these things that you can kind of sell your soul to. You know, just be like, oh, you know, HelloFresh and you know, Raid and all these other things where you could just like, you know, you put it in your on your screen as superimposed logos, and you can have it like in the background like G Fuel and all these things, and you just make like a bunch of money. But then you'd just be like a tremendous tool. Not you, but one. But I mean, like, I'm thinking is like, I've had some pretty shitty jobs doing pretty shitty stuff, you know, like customer service and stuff like that. It's like that, I don't think that's more demeaning than having a bunch of logos on your screen and just like promoting, you know, people to buy this stuff because, you know. I mean, it's all relative, I suppose, but, you know. Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at too, right? Like I have to believe in the thing I'm selling. Like I'm a terrible salesman for garbage products, but if I believe in it, you know. But maybe that's, you know, maybe that's the thing, is that like you're not really, it's a job, right? Yeah, I mean, I used to work at a tile warehouse, and they were like, all right, we want you to go and while you're selling things, you know, try and tell them about products and stuff. I'm like, I don't believe in this product, because every time I deliver this thing, it breaks. So I'm not gonna go and tell people, you know, hey, buy this stuff, you know, for my commission. It's like, no, don't buy this, it breaks. Oh, get out of my screen! Oh, that's bullshit. Do people actually like those things, or they just kind of like them because they're... I like them because I don't think people would... It's like the Boca burgers and stuff. It's like, taste this. It tastes just like a real thing, right? It's like, no, it doesn't, because then there would be no point in having the real thing. Like, you know, if it tasted just as good, I'm doing terrible. It's like a lot of these people miss the point. It's like, I don't go to people and be like, hey, this burger tastes just as good as that chicken sandwich over there. It's like, of course it doesn't. You know, or it is different things. And one of them is definitely better than the other one. I don't know. I had this hippie friend, right? And they just had this nice house over in Los Gatos. I'm sure you know that. And like we would go in there, and they were very much vegan, right? But they were kind of cool about it. They're like, here, you know, portobello mushroom burgers and all that stuff, you know. But what was it? They gave us like Boca burgers or whatever, like Beyond Meat or some rich people shit, right? And they're like, try this, it's great. And they took it out of the freezer, and they did. I was like, it tastes frostbitten, right? It tastes like bad. They're like, no way, it's brand new. I had some more like later on, and it's just like, it doesn't taste frostbitten and like nasty. It's just, that's the way it tastes normally. I thought there was something wrong with the actual like thing, but that's just how it's supposed to taste. It's supposed to taste like garbage. So yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no animals were harmed in the making of this nasty hockey puck sized piece of garbage, right? I am morally superior, clearly. I don't know. I mean, animals eat other animals, right? Oh shit, there's a thing right here. I didn't notice this. But whatever. I mean, people have their own things, right? It's like, believe whatever you want, but just, you know, keep it yourself. I'm not... Oh wait, what? I'm supposed to touch this thing. It's like, I got weird shit to say, right? And a lot of that stuff isn't like, you know, culturally accepted most of the time, but it doesn't matter because it's my own opinion, right? And I don't go over and say, you need to believe this too. What is this thing? Oh. They don't mind eating that shit, but I want to stare at you like, can't see them waiting to say, do you like that? It's like, no. There's no, I mean, that's the whole point though, is they know deep down that it doesn't taste as good. You know, they know. They just want somebody else to be like, oh yeah, it tastes fine. It's like, no. I just know, you know, I go back to that thing that I go, it's like, whenever I used to have barbecues, I used to have parties or whatever, they always be like, oh, what's the vegan option, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm not... This must be your first time here, because I don't do that. Or it's like, oh, there's water in the cooler or something like that, you know. But it's like, whenever I go to these people's houses for parties, which, well, you know, once or twice, or, you know, it's like, either I have to bring my own food and keep it in my car or whatever, because they don't even want it on the premise, or they just like there's never like a meat option. It's like, what are your thoughts on animal fighting? Technically humans are animals, right? So I don't know, it's people... it's the same with other big hot topic things like politics or religion or whatever. There are people that just feel like they are 100% right, and if you don't agree with them, then you're like, it's not just you're wrong about that, it's that you're wrong about everything. Like, it's a judge of your character on how bad you are. Like, oh, you don't believe what I believe? Well, clearly you don't know anything else, and driving is wrong and blah blah blah. You know, it's, who knows. It's strange, but then again, I go over here and I yell at people about stupid things, like, "Why you fucking cheat?" You know, it's like, I got my own opinions. I don't use it to judge people, but it's like there are things that I'm a little bit irrational about, right? Like, I think everyone is. It's just a matter of noticing it. Oh, I'm bad at video games. Oops, I made a mistake. I guess it's just a matter of keeping yourself in check, and the kind of personalities that don't do that are the kind of personalities that are going over here and like preaching at other people to do stuff. It's like, oh, you did this the wrong way. It's traditional stuff too. Like, there's a lot of that in the military. Is people just like blindly follow tradition instead of thinking for themselves. Like, why do we do it this way? It's like, well, we've always done it this way. It's like, okay. Oh, hey! Wow, look at that. What'd I get? That's depressing. That's such a bummer. Oh well, next one's gonna be pity. Ta-da. What a tragedy. Well, I guess we could see what that unlocks for the guy. I don't even... it's just so dejected. Alright, let's... I don't know, we just do 10 pulls from now on. Fuck it, right? We got 2. Just need a few more. Alright, let's see what... I don't know how many constellations I have on this dude, but... Oh, I got... Alright, let's see. Casting Searing Onslaught and Rhythmic... in rhythm greatly increases damage dealt 2 seconds after casting Searing Onslaught. Casting the next Searing Onslaught and the combo deals 40%. Wow, that's not bad actually. Alright, let's play with dialogue for a bit. I don't even think he's set up for anything. He's just kind of a... Yeah, he just says attack. And he has increased the normal attack damage. He doesn't have anything. Alright, let's see. Probably a witch set, right? Crimson Witch of Flames. It needs what, like attack and critical? I don't even know, man. Oh man, this guy. Alright, crit rate, attack, crit damage, crit rate. Alright, we could... Because I think Klee's using crit damage, crit rate, HP, and attack. That's such a good one. Alright. Attack and crit rate, fuck it, right? Let's see how it levels up. Oh, good defense. I might actually have to build Dialog. Crit rate's up though. I've had him forever. I think he was my first 5-star. If not my first, then my second. And he was pretty good at the time, but... I got Venti too, who was like OP. Hey, alright, that's not bad. Alright, let's keep it at 12. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, increase overload and burning and burgeon. Oh, that's right, that's the new thing. Vaporize and melt damage 15%. Include elemental skill increases the 2-piece set bonus by 50%. What? Oh. This might not be a bad idea to kind of go full in on. And we got a pyro damage thing, even though it doesn't really have much. We'll see. I mean, we got a bunch of witch set. I didn't even realize. Yeah, actually. Attack, crit rate, attack, elemental mastery. That's not bad. Yeah, you know what? I'll go full witch. Why not? Just see how it works. See how it does. I mean, I haven't touched this guy in a long time. As soon as I got Klee, I was like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh my god, I got such a garbage roll too. How did that happen? Shit, that sucks. All right, we'll fuck around with that for a bit. Let's attack. No crit, by the way. Just want to point that out. Right, attack, crit rate, energy. This isn't bad. This is very not bad. That's very good. For now, I mean, you know. Oh, that's why, because he used the juice. I must have no artifacts anymore. That's not bad. Now the problem is the sword, right? Like I gotta find a sword. Actually, I could probably... I don't know, this is super stimulating, I know. Alright. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just go full witch, right? Full witch, and then we'll... Oh, that's not great. That's so bad. Alright. Here. Oh, I don't have anything anymore. Shit. Alright, this is gonna have to be it. Alright, let's see. So I got witch. This one we could just do pyro here. Let's see. Let's do pyro. Confirm. Yeah, there's just a few. And I don't have any more artifacts. Because I'm dumb. Alright, well, we'll just do this. Whatever, it's dialogue. Alright, what kind of weapons we got? So we got the Archaic Petra. Or Prototype Archaic, I should say. I kind of think the fish is better. Yeah. When Elemental Burst hits, Oh, this one's pretty good too. I don't know, let's see. Let's see who's up today. Are you up? You are Wednesday. Shit, okay, well not you. What about you? You are also Wednesday. Perfect. Brilliant. Alright, whatever. What are you? I didn't plan this out very intelligently. Oh well. Let's go. Alright, so we're getting rid of Cleve for a second. Not forever, just for a second, just to try Dialect's new thing out. He might actually be good. I mean, he's not bad, he's just, you know. Alright, next we're going to do some... I guess we need to do some artifact dungeons. Or we could... No, we go do this thing that I was supposed to do earlier. Over here, the slime battles. I'm just afraid it's going to be like really talky. They're just going to have a lot of talks. My slab. Yeah, these guys are very chatty when it comes to things that they think that you need to learn. Like, hey, did you want to hear my backstory about... Yeah, here we go.
经历多场激烈角逐后，月联杯的决赛总算要开幕了。驯兽师海尼，他们之中的胜。
今天考特里亚没在场，是个好机会。神子、莱伊拉，你们来啦！
I don't know what's going on in this story. I don't. This sub story. It's so much talking all the time. Anytime I want to do anything, it involves like at the very minimum 20 minutes of unskippable talking, and it's a huge design flaw. Like if this game, like I know these guys are coming around, Hoyoverse is coming out with a new game, and I'm kind of just, I'm not even interested. I don't want to deal with the kind of bullshit that they do to kind of pad out time. Because I mean, it's not quality content. It's just time wasting content. So because you know people were rushing through the oh I can only all right, well shit, I'll just whatever. This guy's super good, so I'll do that. You know, oh hey, you know, our game wasn't supposed to be as successful as it was. We need to find a way that in between patches people don't run out of stuff to do. So instead of creating like a proper end game and proper bosses, we're just gonna create a lot of filler based on unskippable dialogue. And the shitty thing is that in China, I think this game is originally Chinese, right? Well, I mean it is, you know, still Chinese, but that's where, you know, the company's from. They passed a law where you can't spend more than an hour a week, I think, if you're under 18 playing video games. You know, so, like having, like you probably won't be able to play any of this stuff just because it's so drawn out. Oh. So I think this is like Gary, right? It's like we got our mushrooms and we're not supposed to like them, and she's like my mushrooms, blah blah blah. See what I do? So I always attack the healer first because I am not a dummy. Yeah. Yep, healer's down. It's free real estate. Come on and slam. Dude, that's not even like this. I don't know what this chick's talking shit throughout this whole time. Come on and slam. Let's get it. Yes. Talking shit this whole time, and we're at like full health, and she has one dude left. It's kind of beefy though. Damn, he's got a lot of health. Alright, slam it. Jam it. Nice. How could Myra win? Blah blah blah. No way. The power of love in Pokemon battle. Oh, okay. Round 2. Healer first. Slam that shit. Okay. Alright, we're having fun. Dude, there's no way. Slam him. Come on and slam. I really like that. It does way too much damage though. I mean, I'm not really, you know, complaining that it's OP. I'm just saying, like, it does a lot more damage than I would expect. And it does a lot of damage to everything. It's just like normal attack is like 12k, 13k. Like, fuck it, why not? Now we gotta play the waiting game. he's not taking a bunch of damage either. It's just he has so much health. He's just a big ass sponge. Nope. Like he's taking a shit ton of damage. I failed just before the most important.
海尼耶，按照约定，到里之后再说。火一，东东小圆帽，那天拿到一只宝珠，但是，那就一。海尼耶，振作一点。对啊，你。
精彩，精妙绝伦的一场对决，观点的交锋也令人感慨。
Next, go.
心根。
来吧，旅行者和派蒙。
You follow an stringent location of the ultimate Oh, we're not done. Oh, we gotta fight the dudes. Yeah, man. I did it. Now I have to fight the Fatui.
赛场被坏人入侵了，你快逃，我们来对付他们。等等，说起来，出口在哪儿？
I did it.
不愧是旅行者，看得很通透。对于这种绝境，你也准备了应对方案？
You know, facial expressions are hard. I don't know. I think the big twist is he's the bad guy all of a sudden, right?
只差一点就抵达真相了。好，所以我才买下了它，举办了这场比赛，扩大这项技术的影响力。当然，我们
也就是，
气势不错。
My Pokemons.
顺转悠悠手，百雷哲罗，还有火一，你们都怎么了？
Okay, so what I gather from this storyline, I've been skipping everything, but we had to pick up these mushrooms and catch them in the wild and then train them to fight each other, so it's Pokemon, right? With that device that he has right there. And then we go through this whole thing, we have to deal through all these ideals, right? Like each person that we face, each quote-unquote gym trainer has an ideal, and they're like, oh, I want to treat them like slaves, or oh, I train them every day and rigorously, or oh, I give them a lot of candy, or whatever. You know, it's just stuff like that. And we're the best because we're the main characters, and now I guess this guy created this whole thing to kind of betray it or something. I don't know. I'm just here for the P-gems. I hope we get to fight. No. We have to... Oh, we gotta... Oh, so I gotta fight everybody. Waste of time. This is... That's a Kitsune, a little fox girl. I don't know who that is. It's just some... That's Gary, right? Like Gary. Smell you later, Ash! And... That's just like a narcoleptic something or other. I don't know what her deal is. She just came up. She was introduced in this quest and she just sleeps and doesn't give a shit. Alright, let's kill the Fatui. Kill these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4.
属于我们，东东小圆帽，打出终极正义水红弹吧！
Oh, I don't even get my dude anymore. That's right, because we all got, like, fixed. Alright, this guy. Little fit guy, fit boy, fit man. Why can't we just beat the shit out of this dude? I fuck this guy. No. It doesn't work. What? Wait, there's more. Kill a hero. Oh, that's not a hero. Whatever, kill that guy. Kill everybody. Murderfy the world. We did it. Beaten by a few measly fungi.
身子，作为游客，我似乎没有在须弥境内逮捕谁。不过，你们放心好了。来不及多想了，我们赶快追。
Foxes, right? Chaotic neutral. Do 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 do.
30人团的佣兵。
受大风机关，这里是大风机关特意写给2位的信件，请过目。
Oh, no way. Really? Wow, I'm definitely gonna read all that.
那么，我就将
There are people that really like the lore, though. I mean, I have a friend of mine. Like, he wasn't turned off by the fact that they waste so much of your time with text and pointless story. Yeah, so he goes through and he's like, you should be reading the story. I'm like, I can't. Like, this game has ruined other games for me too. It's like they'll start talking about stuff and they'll be a little bit redundant, right? And I'll just be like, no, I'm gonna fool me once, right?
总觉得你越是话说回来，规则就是规则，从今以后，大赛的一切都由小家伙们说了算哦。相信经历了这么多以后，
你们提到的真相，狐狸小姐已经告诉过我了。当年袭击我祖辈的驯兽，我对驯兽的印象。
啊，我们……哎呀，
不劳你们多说了。可刚才，阅读
惩罚这样好，正好说到这里。
Everyone discusses the final decision. I was thinking about playing. I was gonna play this for a bit, and then afterwards I was gonna play some more Neo. But I've been really craving some Elden Ring recently. I don't know. I just feel like it's not really on theme, but whatever. Elden Ring's fun. Just tripping around. There's a lot of stuff. My buddy was criticizing me for just not exploring as much as I could have in that game. I was like, well, there's a second playthrough, but I haven't really played that much through the second playthrough. So. I don't know what kind of like they got personality tropes, right, in like anime, and I mean I guess this game is just a lot of plagiarism for idea plagiarism. I don't know what you call it, but they're just like, hey, I like that idea, and then they put it in their game, but like dress it up differently because, you know, China. But I don't know what trope that is, where they got like a really kind of like either ditzy or just like a space cadet girl, right? And she's like, oh, what's going on? Okay, let's go this way. And like lovably ditzy, and it's just like they tried doing that one Comey Can't Communicate, right? And they do it really well, but man, that show is just frustrating. Everybody in that show is just it's difficult to kind of like sympathize with these people when everyone is just simping for this chick, and she doesn't do anything. She just sits there, it just exists. I mean, I guess that's the whole premise, right? Well, but I don't know. Wow, I did it. Alright, let's see. So I wanted to go get some level up materials for my girl, Coco. I didn't realize that her talents weren't even maxed out, and that's kind of a problem because, you know. So it's Monday. And we can do that. We can do a few of these. We can do a few boss fights. And then we can switch over to something else. It's been we could do a few excuse me. We could try getting to 50 or whatever the next tier is on the battle pass, getting another roll. Something. Alright, when I don't know, just I just need to do Geo, and it seems to work out alright most of the time. Yeah, forget Geo. Like, there are a few things that can't be taken down by Geo, and even those things that kind of sort of hard counter Geo, it just makes it a little bit longer. It doesn't make it by any means weak to it. It's just like they put a shield that can only be taken down by an element, and like Geo, Geo takes a bit longer, but it's not weak to anything. Geo has no weakness. Geo's the best. It rocks. All characters in the... whatever. Electro. Oh, I think I remember this one. This is the one with the two dudes at the end. Shit, I should have brought in Venti. I think I remember this. Alright. That's alright. I mean, we'll get through it. We just won't get through it quickly. Yeah, because I think I need to get these guys. These guys are super annoying. I can do this. Oh no! Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, but then they get more. Wow, that was too long. 1 minute and 41 seconds. No. Although it might have been. Oh no. Okay, we'll do it right. We'll do it right. See, I think the strat that I had before was that I put Venti and I go over to the side, I put a pillar, and then I just shoot Venti and everyone kind of comes in, and I just fuck them up that way. Venti's busted. I guess I could technically use Canadian Venti, but I don't have anything unlocked for that dude. Like, he's pretty powerful with nothing on him. Like, I don't have any artifacts that are worth anything on him. Like, definitely not for his skill set. And he still just ruins people. It's just ridiculous. Which, I mean, I guess is a testament to his character design. But still. Alright, so Venti, and then...
调音完成。
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be you could stone those dudes and then they wouldn't re-up their health after they die, but... I don't know. It seems like they just do it automatically now because people are cheesing it. Oh no. Alright, let's go. So here's the strat. I don't have any. It's alright. Gimme. There. I was gonna get him. Get him both. Get him both. Yeah, nice. Just got back from a walk. Dog walk? How's it going, Hobbs? Just walking the dog. I'm just messing around for a bit. I did this thing. It's just I was planning on doing a bunch of like BP stuff and going around, which I'll do a little bit. Like I'll make it at least an hour, and then I'm gonna switch games. But it's just like having that long ass like section of dialogue that I can't skip. It turns me. It puts me in a mood, man. Like I don't know. I want to play games, and it's just like a huge momentum destroyer, and you know. I feel betrayed. I feel like, how could you? How could you do this to me? How could this happen to me? So, yeah, I want to.
别想逃开哦，留意脚下。斗战银牛，哈哈，到我表演了。这我倒下不够了。
Oh yeah? Check this out. Oh man! See, so these guys constantly throw ice on the ground, and it's just like it freezes me whenever I go into water mode because I'm an idiot. Jeez. Oh yeah, first one where I walked both together was okay, but Sabine was a scared kid and didn't want to walk because somebody was leaf blowing nearby. Yeah, man, that dog. So you're telling me that Sabine was like pure muscle, right? So she's like a gentle giant. I don't know. It's like I don't know what causes dogs to kind of like, cause there's all like reactions for stuff. Like some dogs, like when I was a kid, I had a little RC car, and we had these twin dogs. It was Misty and Thor, right? And they were both German shepherds. One was like a blonde German shepherd. The other was like a German. Like they looked like a regularly colored German shepherd. And Misty was really timid, but a lot bigger than Thor. And Thor was just dumb. He was like, so we got this RC car. And he would just chase it like crazy, and Misty would run away like fear for her life. She was terrified of this RC car. All flight, no fight. Well, I mean, you know, they're both technically survival instincts. So. Yeah, but it was the weirdest thing. 'Cause they were twins, right? It's not they grew up together, and they just had varying personality. Well, I guess most dogs are, most brothers and sisters, dog brother and sisters are twins. Because that's how dogs work, and cats do. Or not twins, but I don't know. Like quintuplets or sextuplets or quadruplets. Some sort of. Yeah. But yeah, and then my buddy's dog, I think I mentioned him before, he was trained to be, well, he wasn't my buddy, but he was my buddy's buddy. He was this guy that I knew. And he trained his dog to be mean. He meaned him up, or he did whatever, right? And this dog was just like, at the drop of a hat, just go, rah, 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 like crazy, like pulling out the chain that was stuck to the wall. Like, I think he broke one of the beams in the garage once just because he went around so often that he just like rubbed the part where the chain was hooked onto off. Just like ripped it off. One of the support beams. Good thing it wasn't load bearing. Rah, 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 everything. You drop a spoon in the kitchen. Rah, 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 rah. It was like insane dogs. So I don't know if it can be taught, but I think I'd rather have a timid dog. Like, even though it's not like, you know, oh, my protection and blah blah blah. It's like, I don't want an aggressive dog. That seems a lot of work. The way I treat pets too is that they're like my buddies, right? Like, same with my cat. You know, I brought my cat cross country. I raised him since he was a kitten, and he's always my buddy. He was never like, you know, oh, this is my pet. It's like, no. You know, he can leave whenever he wants. Like, we're friends. I think dogs and cats and all that stuff can be like fraternal. I mean, well, it's like they could have different. Would they be? Hold on, actually, no, because like the way it works is that since they produce so many eggs, like different, they could be fertilized by different dads, right? So you can just like go and slut it up for a night and have like 6 different kids from 6 different at the same time. Yeah, the little ones, right? It's the little dudes, the little chihuahuas and the kind of like the ones that are struggling with their genetics, like constantly shaking and you know, that are just like the most aggressive, just screaming at you. Like this, it would be so little effort to grab this dude and just kind of like flick him against the wall. But no, he's just crazy, insanely aggressive, you know, little dudes. They also have chickens along our property line instead of on the other side where the stupid chickens would be next to the road. Yeah, I can't really speak too much to that because everyone over here, I don't know. It's not really a racist stereotype, but all the Mexicans that I know that live around here, if they have room for a rooster, they have a rooster. Like, morning time over here is just like they're all doing it, and it's like even my grandma was that way too. My grandma was Mexican, and she was like, you know, she had a rooster. She had chicken, and she got my mom a chicken when she was a kid. It was called Chickers the Chicken, right? It was very original. And they all do it. They love chickens, like, to have as pets. Like, it's a legit pet over there. When I went to Mexico and visited my my cousins and uncles and all those, you know, distant relatives. Like, they had farms, right? And all the farms had chickens, and they weren't like, you know, doing anything. They were just there. They weren't for food. I mean, sometimes they use the eggs, but it's not like they just had them as pets. I think. Yeah. So it's like every day when it's morning, or if it's like, even if it's getting kind of like dark or whatever, it's like the roosters will go nuts. No chill on the roosters. They're just like, they want to let everyone know that they know that it's morning. You know, like, yeah. I don't know. It's. I always watch and listen to these people who are like, oh yeah, I get along with my whole block, whole neighborhood and stuff like that. It's like, I've never been in a position where somebody's kind of like come over. I just like enjoy them. Like, most of the neighbors are either making noise or complaining about noise. But you live in a house, don't you, Hobbs? I've always lived in a apartment or something that's like, you know, like I had a condo once. That was nice. But even still, like, you know, there are people up and down. Oh, I think I wanted to leave. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's different. I used to be very social, when we did that stuff. But East Coast is harder to do too. Like I found that there were a lot. It was a little bit harder to make like random friends at parties or you know random, just people. People are very I don't know what the word is on the East Coast, but they're not as open to adventure. I don't even know what to say. It's just like they don't like. You're like, hey, we're having a party down the street. You want to come? It's like, no, I don't think so. They look at you like, what? How could you ask me? Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, like, well, they're not roommates, right? I don't know, houses are nice. My mom has a house, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's over in, Central Valley. Oh, it's where, it's kind of where, T is. I don't know if T's still here. But it's like in the middle of nowhere, right? Like, T lives in an actual city. Ah. Alright, let's see. Let's go do some bounties and maybe some things. Oh, I meant to put another clue. I'll put another clue next stream. Yeah, 3 people and 2 dogs and a cat. Yeah, that's kind of the way. I don't like. I would really, 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 really prefer to live alone. Like I'm just through with living with people. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I don't know. It's something about not having my own space. Like I'd like to be able to close my door and not worry about stuff, or be loud at night, right? Like 'cause I'm kind of a loud. I've been getting some complaints from my roommates because the walls are very, very thin, and I'm not a very quiet dude, right? So it's like. You know, they're like, oh, you need to keep it down in there when you're streaming at night, or you need to stop screaming when you're playing fighting games or whatever. It's like, you know, I'm just like I'm expressive. It's like I put my thing like my bed against the because I have to lift my bed up. It's on the floor every time I want to do something because my room is very small and it's kind of like where everything is. So if I put my chair up, then I gotta put my bed up. I tried putting it over the door to kind of like muffle this down. It didn't work. It's too loud. Yeah, I tried soundproofing. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get more egg cartons or something, but I mean, the walls are so thin, and these guys are just, I don't know. I feel like they're just looking for things. Like, they're not very interesting themselves. So they're always kind of like, oh, what are you doing? I'm not doing anything, man. I'm just streaming with my friends. Oh, no way. That's so cool, too. It's like, I don't know if it's a weird thing to say, but it's like, I don't know if they would have that much fun if it was like, cause they don't do anything. They just don't do anything. They don't have any ambitions. They just sit there and be neutral until something happens to them. And it's such a strange thing to do. Like I haven't been doing much recently, since COVID, right? Like I haven't been as outgoing. I haven't gone to any bars, or I haven't really, gone to any parties or arcades or, any of that stuff. Not as much as I used to. A little bit more recently, but but they just don't. They just don't. They just sit around and watch like bad TV. I call it like they're really into Grey's Anatomy now. I guess it's on Netflix and like it's doctors with feelings. They're just like always on there. Like, what are you watching? I can't stand that show, but they like it, whatever. It's just like that's what they do. They just watch bad TV and complain about stuff. They're my age too. It's not like they're incredibly old. Yeah. But yeah, doctors with emotions. I can't believe you did that to me. It's like I don't know. I mean, I meant to put it in there too. Is I don't know if anyone here watches. I'm really, really into Inside Job, or I was before when it came out, and they're releasing a new season too. But yeah, the main character in that is definitely Hobbs. Like, like I'm rewatching it now. I'm like, oh my god, it's 100%. But yeah, new season's coming. I was gonna put it in the Discord because. Alright, let's see, Dialog. Do the thing. Oh, Dialog, you suck.
留意脚下。飞比跑快吧，起风了。
Inside Job? It's I think it's only on Netflix, but it's really good. I've been a fan of the show for a while when it first came out and everything. Yeah.
在此宣判。
Do a bird on him. Oh, dude, he is immune to fire damage? That is a tragedy. That's like all my damage, actually.
在这儿哟。
Whoops. I made a mistake. Alright, tell you what, I'm gonna go and come back. People that hate cartoons. Ugh. Dude, I don't know. I mean, like, anyone who judges anybody else is like... me and T were talking about that earlier about, like, you know, it's like, if you have an opinion, keep it to yourself. I don't go around telling you, you know, it's like if we disagree, you're just gonna have to deal with that. Like, don't, because we were talking about vegans and people who just like really want you to like what they like and try and convert you to, you know, oh, meat, blah blah blah, here's a Boca burger, blah. It's like, you know, you don't have to like what I like. I'm not getting away from this guy. Judgmental bullshit, right? Yeah, I didn't read that he was immune to fire damage, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the main character, she's like a scientist, and she's just like aggressive. Alright, let's see. Alright, this is the dude, straight up.
是拓展课题吗？
But yeah, it's about like the deep state. Right, like all these conspiracy theories and how like the government's being run like shadow government and all that stuff, and it's really funny. And it just kind of it's pretty great. Yeah, I've always liked cartoons. Yeah, it's fine. Burb.
此即诞生之课。
I don't even have this set up. What an idiot.
飞泳吧。别担心。
结果是你了。
I'm the strongest demon in the world. Alright, I did it. Just 2 more, and then we could play something else. I rap and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rap. That's so weird. I know people, like, when I was growing up, there was a kid, and he was a little off, right? Like, I wouldn't say, like, on purpose off or, like, autistic or anything. He was just, like, I think he, alright, let's see, hold on. Invulnerable to cryo damage. Good. Except bounty. I think he might have had some, like, tragedy in his life that he was just unwilling to talk about, and he kind of changed it, like, fundamentally reprogrammed him. It was like a 15, 12-year-old something. I don't know. 5th grade? What's 5th grade? Whatever, 5th grade. And because of this, like, he was just, like, he had to grow up really quickly, I'm thinking, you know, or something. I don't know. It was a weird kind of situation that he had going on, but catalyst wielding. Alright, let's just, you know what? Here, we'll just go back to Klee. And fuck it.
也好。
So he was just like anti stuff. Like, we were like, hey, check out this cartoon, oh, this video game, this blah blah blah, and he would just be not into it. Like, he was like, I don't want to play video games, I want to pay taxes. And this guy's like 12. So, it was kind of a weird dude. yeah, I don't know. It's like you can always tell sometimes people have been a little bit of like a parallel existence, right? Like I wouldn't say bad or good. It's just that they've experienced something that's incomprehensible to you. Like you can't comprehend how you would act or how like it's just nothing can prepare you for that, and you can kind of see it in their eyes, right? You can kind of get that sense about them. It's hard to explain. I don't know. I used to work with this lady. I had kind of a crush on her. She was like 100% lesbian, right? Which was a tragedy. But that's all right, you know. But I still, you know, I still had a crush on her. I was like, man, I really like her. Her name was LT, and I knew nothing about it. And just like being around her was incredibly intense. I don't know. It was crazy. It's hard to describe because usually I'm not like I'm a pretty strong personality when I enter a room, and she just like silenced me. Like I couldn't do anything. Like I was in awe of her, and I would ask a question and would just be really nervous, kind of like, it's like it was strange, right? And LT, man, I'll never forget her. I worked with her, and she was just super kind. We did all this incredible stuff, and she did it like effortlessly, right? Like she didn't. It wasn't like a big deal to her. It was just, you know, I was just doing. Oh, we did Coachella, you know, we did a thing at Coachella, or we did this, and she was just like, oh, you know, she's a welder, and she had these giant sculptures outside her house, and you know, as this big turn, she had a nice house, and she sold weed on this side, and it was like the best weed that you've ever had, and she just like gave it away because she didn't really smoke anymore, and it's like everything she did was just it was so weird. There was like a vacuum of I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than just like a weird aura around her, a weird space around her. And it wasn't like unpleasant, it was just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's really weird to say it without sounding like you're taking mushrooms of your own. But it's
我们走吧，风景真好。
yeah, anyway, it's like I had to work with her, and she was incredibly wealthy, right? Like just from doing whatever she wanted. Like she welded, like I said, she did big sculptures, or she did big stage pieces for stuff at Coachella, and the Warp Tour back when the Warp Tour was still a thing, and you know, big concerts, and she would get commissioned by very famous people that kind of felt the same thing that I did around her. You know, you could just tell that these, you know, very famous actors and very famous musicians were just feel put at ease, right? Not in a bad way, but like in a strange way around her. I don't know. I never, like, I don't even know what her name was. Everyone just called her LT, and apparently she was in the Navy. And before I went in the Navy, I worked with her, and then after I went in the Navy, I was like, had a little bit better understanding. I was like, oh, you know, I know things about the Navy. As LT is lieutenant, right? I know this now. And all this stuff, and I was asking her, you know, what happened? What, you know, why don't you talk about that anymore? And why don't you use your real name? You know, she's like, I don't talk about my military experience at all. And there's no like I know her last name. I'm not gonna say it, but I know, you know, what her last name is, and I tried looking it up and doing like a little bit of independent research. So I was curious. There's nothing about her anywhere, right? She just doesn't exist according to the military, or at least according to the kind of places I was. You know, I didn't dig too hard, but I was just, you know, curious. That sounds really stalkery. It wasn't. It wasn't bad. I was just like, you know, I'm not over here stalking people. Yeah, I'll never forget her. She just did whatever she wanted, you know. She had she had to set up a stage for, I forget who it was, but somebody big at the time, right? That doesn't matter. I'm not gonna name drop. And she blew it off to go to a barbecue at my aunt's house. It's just like somebody that you don't blow off. Like I think at one time we had a few band members over to Thanksgiving dinner, right? And one of them was like, I don't know, he was just like hanging out, and he was very polite, and he's like generally known to not be polite, right? Like in all of his performances and all this stuff, he's just like very rude, very abrasive. And he was just like, oh, can you pass the potato? I didn't even know who he was, like, honestly. I had heard about him, I've heard his music, but I didn't know what he looked like, right? And then somebody pointed out, is like, oh yeah, that's, you know, that's X from this band or something. He just came over. He's just close friends with this chick. I don't know. It's like if you do drugs with somebody, they become a little bit more human. Wow, I did it. Ah, damn it. Oh, wait, I could do these. Alright, we'll do all three of these, and then we'll go play some Elden Ring. Or, I don't know, we'll gauge. Either Elden Ring or, Neo. I'm having fun in Neo. I mean, I guess we could do both, but... Or we do a different game, actually. I got Ghost of Tsushima, but I feel like Ghost of Tsushima should just be like a one long continuous playthrough. If not like one, then like, you know, something that you spend a week doing. You're like, okay, we're gonna play this all week, and we're just gonna go through it. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna switch to dialogue since I just got him. Oh, I bet I won't even be able to. Oh, no. Oh, that's a problem. Alright, so we get our healer. You. Doesn't heal that well. Alright, and we'll put... Venti... I don't know. No, we got electricity, so we could just put... Who's water? Oh, Mona, fuck it. Fire, water, burn. Piece of shit. Wow, that is not good numbers. Not compared to Klee. Well, then again, it's not that great. Alright. Is there anything in here? Nope. I don't get what it is about a carrot and a whatever, a radish, I guess. Hey, what's up, buddy? You want to tell me a bunch of pointless dialogue? Hey, you guys just love running around when they say I'm working, blah blah. Oh, doggos! Oh, I just gotta give them meat. Submit. Welcome back, Hobbs. I just fed a bunch of doggos. This guy's name is Sag. This guy doesn't have a name. This is... Oh, let's see what Sag has to say. Wiggling tail. Alright, Sag. Good puppy. There is one place where you could feed a dog in this game, and they added it just because people are like, every other game allows you to pet dogs. Why can't we do it in this game? I'm like, alright, here, we'll give you a bowl outside of this place to feed the dog. If people are like, alright. Found a tick on your puppy? Ooh. Yeah, it's my little, this is the Archon, the god of nature, essentially. Wisdom. She does nature stuff. And she's a little kid because the original one was murdered. Or not murdered, but something. I forget. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to this story. I should have, but I wasn't. Aren't you supposed to like use like a match head to burn a tick off of things? I remember somebody saying that, and I never really had a application for it. Uh-huh. She is cute. She's totes adorbs. Look, when you sit still, she makes a swing out of nature and just sits there. Oh. Well, she should. Well, she... Oh, she's just about to do it! Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I'm really... I like this character a lot. She's a lot of fun. So yeah, after I finished these three, I was... Oh, hey, there's a Sealy over here. I was gonna switch to another game. If there's a request, you know, let me know. If nobody cares, then I'm just gonna play some Elden Ring. Oh, there's a dude over there, too. I haven't been over here much. There's a bunch of stuff to do. I heard 3 ways to kill ticks. Flush down toilet, burn, and keep in plastic baggie, which is a new discovery. Maybe suffocate them. I was just talking about detaching them, right? Because can't you, like, rip a tick off, but its head will still stay... Oh, yeah, let's play some... Yeah, let's do some co-op Dauntless. Hell yeah. Oh, we gotta figure out the mic situation, though. Because if I'm streaming, I gotta do it through the game. Or through the PlayStation Network. There you go. Give me a oh, it'll be a little bit longer than 5 minutes. Don't worry. No rush, no rush. I'm just tripping out. It's Monday and I don't have anything to do, and I'm gonna be streaming all day. Oh, you're not gonna be streaming? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I just wish there was a way I could get... Well, hold on. Okay, there is a way I could get through the Discord, but I would have to set it up because I would have to set it up to remote play through the PlayStation and then stream through the computer, right? And then I could have like 2 separate channels. I would plug my headphones into the computer and then I would listen to the audio through there. And that way we could run Discord and I could hear the game audio. Or, I mean, we could just play and I could stream later. That might be easier. I don't mind just chilling. We also have No Man's Sky too, but I don't know how I feel about that game. Like, I like that game and I like the concept of it. I just don't know about going through it. Like, it seems every time I try and play that game again, I forget everything that I was supposed... Like, you're taught, and then I just start over from the start, and I'm like, ugh. So I have all these, like, save files of just half completed worlds. So, like, I don't think I've gotten past a certain point. Like the latest fashion, like a spreading disease. That is nothing. That is bad damage. Oh, Dialog, why are you? I mean, that does alright, but... I think I even crowned this guy too. I think he's got 2 crowns. Hold on, let's see. Alright, Dialog, where are you at? Oh my god, yeah, he's got 1 crown at least. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have a crown for anything. What a loser. He's crownless. Yeah. I got 4 constellations for this dude. Ugh. It's too bad I have cleat. It's too bad that like my C1 cleat is just significantly better than my C nothing, C0 cleat actually. I just like having. Oh, let's see if there's anything in this tree trunk. It's like going from point. Oops, I made a mistake. Oh, now I'm gonna drown on stream. Every single time I stream this, yeah, I'm gonna drown. There's no. Yep. Every time I stream this game, I'm always drowning. Do 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 do. Just going on an adventure. I recently watched like a short documentary on how Robin Williams sort of pioneered the way for like movies to be set upon, because like apparently the way that voice actors in animated movies were before was that it was just like, you know, character actors, and then they would create a character around the character actor, right? And it would just be like, okay, you know, this is this guy and he's good at this and he's a comedian, or he's not very well known, right? And then Robin Williams came in and changed everything. And because like we were talking about Fern Gully the other day, that's what it reminded me of. This whole area is just all Fern Gully, right? Is that he was saying that he had previously agreed to do Fern Gully first, Batty and Fern Gully, right? If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it holds up, but it's all, you know, nature and stuff like that. And he had originally like agreed to do that, and because he was doing the Genie at the same time, Disney was like extremely petty with the studio that was doing Fern Gully and like buying out all the properties that they were trying to do, and you know, being really stupid with it. And Robin was like, no, I don't want to do this. And apparently they agreed that like the only way Robin Williams wanted to do it was to be just like not used. They said, I don't want my character to be used as, you know, marketing or anything like that. I don't want it to be, you know, used to sell toys and stuff like that. And they were like, all right, we promise we won't do that. But because he did the Fern Gully thing, they were like personally attacked by that. And, you know, it was like this huge debacle. And because of that, because of the success of Aladdin, like, I don't need to kill these guys. What am I doing? A lot of these movies are now based on like, oh, I haven't been in here yet. Based on like all-star casts and stuff like that, you know. It's like not necessarily good movies or movies that are like they'll know who they're gonna hire, and then they'll, you know, make a character around that instead of the other way around. Yeah, so it's like you get a lot of these really high budget garbage animated movies, but because they're so high budget, it's like most of the it's like, yo, all these people in this movie. Pokey catch. Look at that. Oh. Is this a battle royale? Are they fighting each other? Just standing there. Huh. Maybe I should just, just kidding. I'm gonna kill everybody. You thought. Oh boy. Alright, dialogue is garbage. Dialogue has been garbage since the dawn of time. Oh boy. I'm switching teams. This isn't working. Oh boy. This is why I do Geo. This is why I do Geo. Because Geo doesn't have to worry about getting hit. I can't believe I'm running away. I'm regrouping. I'm tactically retreating. Those guys are cheating. Alright, so note to self. Get a good healer and not just one that's fun. Even though this chick's not that fun, but... I know, I need more violence, and I just didn't have enough. I was getting violenced on, and I need to be violenced too, right? Actually, yeah, like, check this out. Deploy. I don't need to worry about it with my A team. Whenever I stream it, like, whenever I play this game by myself, I usually pick, like, you know, the same characters or whatever, but, you know, when I stream, I like to switch it up because nobody wants to watch the same. I don't even know if anyone wants to watch that, but no one wants the same like 4 people doing the same 4 things. Blah 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 blah. You know, it's no fun to watch somebody's OP team go and do OP team stuff. You know, it's a little bit more interesting to watch them. But in this case, I'll give an exception. Hey, what's up? Oh no! See, these people don't have to worry about getting out of the way or anything. They just take it. Take it like a man. I think, I mean, it's another cross-platform game, and there's really no, I don't know, there's no pressure to play it or whatever. It's just a fun casual game. But yeah, I think you know, at the very least we'd have fun. There are a lot of people who play it, you know. I took a break for a bit just because I was kind of pissed off with how long. With the way that there's like a lot of story. There's a very robust story, but there's a point. There was a point where they just sort of. I don't know. It felt like an insult to my time. Like they didn't respect my time very much, so I just don't read the story that much. But there's a lot of lore and a lot of stuff going on. A lot of, you know, if you're into that kind of stuff. I'm not really. I prefer gameplay, and the gameplay's solid, so. Okay, I'm down. I'm 100% down. Oh, I mean, I think you're a little bit better at that game than I am, but beat certain goals faster. Dude, how would, okay, there is a way to kind of overlap streams or whatever, but I don't know. We would have to. We'll discuss it here. Let me finish the thing that I was doing. Where was I? And then we'll discuss. I don't think I'll be streaming just because the whole mic situation is kind of funky. So we could discuss it then. I don't know, I was talking to Chakra too about some other ideas, you know, for the next one. You didn't end my stream. No, I don't have a plan today. I was just gonna play whatever, but I'm not worried. I'll play something later too. It's just you're not doing anything. Yeah, I was just gonna play this for a bit. Cause I asked Dom earlier. I was like, "Hey, you want to play some Apex or something?" You know, because usually, and I'm trying to see where I'm at with like schedule. Cause I'm thinking if I'm gonna do affiliate kind of thing, then I need to have a schedule. Have I'll plan on making it my full-time job. Well, as full-time as I can, you know. I'll do it all the time, and I'll do, you know, what I need to do to kind of maintain, you know, consistency with it. Because if I'm going to do professional stuff, then I'll do it professional. I'll do it well. That's how I do. Well, I mean, you know, the day's not over. It's fairly early, so. I mean, I plan on streaming later. Some other stuff, but you know, that's kind of like my thing, is that if I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna be making money from it, even if it's a little bit of money or whatever, then I'll do it like a job. I'll take it seriously. I don't half-ass jobs usually. Like, despite my whole demeanor and stuff, I take, you know, working pretty seriously. It's, yeah, no, I mean, I've noticed that too, is that you've been streaming a lot more frequently and a little bit more consistently too. And that, you know, I think that's good work ethic, right? But yeah, I mean, you know, and eventually, you know, just like keep getting better. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Is like, if I go do it, then I'm providing the service essentially, right? So, you know, continuously improving on that experience is sort of my job. You know, stagnating isn't really whatever. So, you know, at least that's going to be the idea, you know. Right now when I'm getting a little bit of leniency with my time and I have my little side job. I guess it's my main job, but you know. I don't make enough to do anything to really you justify it as a primary source of income. Like I do make enough to pay rent and to get food, and that's about it. Like that's just like baseline it, and I just have no motivation to work, to go forth and like trying to, you know, go on to Fiverr, go on to all these like freelance places just to kind of like get a little bit better. So I have more things to do, you know. I'm out of motivation for that kind of rat race thing. I'm just over it. You won't be able to stream after. I have a stupid doctor appointment. I'm going to be able to stream before and after it. I just gotta keep up. You're about to have your glow up. Your second glow up. Oh, what the hell is this? Ultra hot burner lantern. The gadget improves the efficiency of food processing by consuming minerals. I can't pronounce that. Whatever. Makes food better. Got it. Yeah, so I'm thinking 11 o'clock. Like, a lot of the problem that I have is that people are kind of noisy on the other side of my door. Like, I was talking about that thin walls and stuff, right? So it's like, there are a lot of times where people will be, like, messing around outside or doing some stuff, or you know, like, the environment isn't allowed for me to kind of allocate at least 3 hours of time to stream, you know? And that's kind of key, so if that doesn't happen, you know, then I don't stream. Doctors are awesome, man. Oh, I guess I was just like, oh, what are you going to the doctor for? But that's kind of that's always a personal question, so I'm sorry. I haven't been to the doctor in like, I don't even know how long. Decade maybe? 7 years? Oh no, I went to the doctor that one time I was dating. I think I said, and they charged me $90 for a little super glue on my cut. I was like, yeah, never again, never again. It's been a while. I'm just afraid I'm gonna go over there like, yeah, you got like all these cancers. It's like, great, now I gotta worry about that. Like, just let me be ignorant. Feels bad saying because my mom is a nurse practitioner and I have trust issues with the medical staff. Dentist, eye dogs. Dentists are scam. Yeah, we were talking about that, right? We were talking about, oh, my scam thing. I was hoping someone would say scam. Did I accidentally find a cutscene? Oh my god. I made a scam overlay and, it didn't work. I spent so long and I crashed Photoshop like 80 times. And that's not an over-exaggeration. It was like something like 60, 80 times. It's the one I told you where I had like the G.I. Joe going and hitting the alarm. And I had to superimpose scam alarm over alarm, right? And it just like each frame I had to kind of stretch it and change it and make sure that it fit, and like it covered over and it was just a big pain in the ass, and the scratch disk was always full. It was like, Photoshop, the scratch disk is full, please restart. And I couldn't even save it because it was so at capacity with whatever the hell I was doing that it wouldn't create like a little thumbnail for the thumbnail, right? So it couldn't even create like a little snapshot. So I couldn't save it, and I had to do this like workaround thing where I had to like change it to a text file and then import the text file and convert it over to it was such a stupid don't be rude, be like polite. Yeah, Hobbs, you're polite to a fault. You need to be rude. I think I got lost. Hold on. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm double stupid. Oh, I'm triple stupid. Alright, forget it. I wish I was a better version of myself. There we go. That was like my little test with doing overlays and kind of seeing how many layers I could put onto one kind of... Because like each one of those is a different layer. Like I did the GIF, right, and then they have a cropped GIF. Like you can't see it, but there's a. You do not know the way. Okay, first off. First off, you need to learn how to swear, but like well, not like a 12-year-old, right? You can't just like, oh, the fucking stupid bitch whore walking down the fucking you know, not like that. You gotta do it poetically. It's an art. Swearing is an art, and you gotta do it right, right? You don't just say, oh, the fuck that shit, blah blah blah, right? Secondly, you say what you want, and if people don't like that, then you make them feel bad for not liking that. Yeah. Be like, I hate you. How dare you? How dare you? I'm kind of the like there's good swearing and there's bad swearing. I use it sort of as like a I don't know, like a modifier. Like I feel it's more artistic than it is. It could be used wrong, right? Like people do it stupidly, but like if you emphasize something or you just, you know, you want to do it or you just can't think of the thing, it's better than saying Triggered. That's why you gotta get creative with it, right? Like you gotta find ways. It's like unfuck yourself or I don't, you know, it's situational. It's like language flair. That's what I think of it. There's nothing more irritating than people that just swear like, oh, and I fucking went to the fucking store and I fucking saw this fucking milk and fucking shut it up. Boring, lame, poorly. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I try and do it well, but I like swearing. Like, I don't know, I've always liked swearing. And in the military, if you don't swear, you're in for a rough time. Like our RDC first day is like, I'm gonna fucking swear at you, and if you have a goddamn problem with that, then you need to go unfuck yourself and join the Air Force. Like, we don't mess around. It's like just swearing at you. It's just like emphasis, right? It's not for everyone, but I feel that I don't know. It's there's no wrong or right way. It's like language is so, I don't know, obtuse. I guess it's like you could interpret it as long as you get your point across. That's fine. But you know, how you get your point across, if it's poetic or not, is up to you. It's up to the person. Yeah, I don't like when kids swear. It's like they never do it well, right? And it's just like, I don't know. It feels like it's more of an act as opposed to not an act, but just like, hey, look what I can do. Or if they do it and they don't get like pissed off, I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your parents? And then I realize their parents are people I went to school with, and I'm like, oh, that's what's wrong with the parents. Yeah, it's just emulation, right? But then again, it's like, it's hard to kind of wrap my head around the fact that kids are growing up so quickly now. Like the internet just kind of like speed runs their sort of exposure to the world, right? I didn't know what sex was until I was like, I don't know, like 12, maybe 15. My mom never had a talk, and we had to go to like sex ed, and I thought, like, I had a loose understanding based on like, you know, context with jokes and stuff. But it's like, yeah, like by the time I was there, it's like now kids are just like looking at porn at 6 and stuff, and you know, going through like the deepest, darkest parts of the internet, and just like getting exposed to just all this terrible stuff. I don't know if that's good either, right? I don't know if keeping kids sheltered, it's kind of like, you know, bubble boy syndrome. It's like you keep them away from all these things, these terrible things, and all of a sudden it's like a culture shock when they do, you know, they get like a common cold and they almost die, kind of thing. You know, it's like they see a tit for the first time and like, and just like, you know, just become, or it's like Christian, not Christian, but like very sheltered kind of like private school Christian folk, right? It's like as soon as they you know, they have their first hit, or they, you know, they see their first anything, like it's like they go nuts. They're just like, you know, they're crazy. They're like, I can't believe this exists. This is what I want to do. I want to, you know, all the things now. All the things. I want to smoke all the drugs. I want to, you know, have all the sex. I want to eat all the foods or whatever. You want to be Amish, T. I just saw an article about a teacher who got fired after this middle school age kid found their OnlyFans. Nice. What I want to know is if those kids got in trouble for making an underage OnlyFans account. Probably not. It's hard to. Man, there were some teachers growing up that I would. Yeah, we had this one teacher. I think. So when I was in 2nd grade, or maybe 3rd grade, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like we had these 2 teachers, and one of them was from Japan and one of them was from Germany, I think, and they had this like joint teaching situation where on, like, you know, on 3 days of the week alternatingly it would be one teacher and there would be other. It was Miss Tanaka / Oppenheimer, right? Like Tanaka was the one from Japan and Oppenheimer, and we didn't like I didn't realize this because I had just transferred. I was always moving around, hopping around schools. And apparently, like halfway through the year, one of them died or one of them got deported or something. Like something happened that this person was no longer allowed to teach. And since the other one couldn't do like a solo teaching job, they just got rid of her completely and called in this new teacher. And this chick was, oh my god, she like I have like. I don't know. She was so gorgeous. She's like 20 something or whatever, and she was just like full figure, and she would wear these sundresses, and all our desks were down here, right? So it was like, she was like, "Oh, what's up, little Ben?" It's like, "Let me help you," and you could just like see straight down. It was like, and just there's no way that wasn't on purpose, right? I just think that she didn't have the conscious like knowledge that, you know, kids would be like looking at that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right, like way earlier. Like I, you know, this is before puberty and stuff. So it's like I wasn't even looking at that stuff, and I look back and I'm like, oh man, you know, not yet, you know, 2nd or 3rd grade, yeah. Tanaka Oppenheimer, and she was just like gorgeous. I don't know. I think she was gorgeous. It was like the first time I've been under that kind of thing. I was like, I don't know what this is quite yet, but I don't like it. Yeah, but you know, it's like, so she had an OnlyFans. I don't know. I had another. Okay, so this is gonna. I didn't expect to get into like this. I was gonna switch game. Sorry. Okay, after this I'll switch games. Sorry, Hobbs. But we had this teacher, Mrs. Grimes, and she was a bit older, but I had I was always been a bad student, right? But I got along with the teachers mostly, or I didn't, right? But I never did the homework, and I always tested well, so they got really frustrated on that. But, you know, so my grades were bad, but my scores were high, so that was, you know. Anyways, her name was Mrs. Grimes, and she was my 5th grade teacher, and she and I got on like a barn on fire. I don't know what the expression is, but we were just like really, you know, we got along really well. I really liked her, you know, and we hung out. And when I hit middle school, she was neighbors with another person. This is like years down the line, and she wrote me a letter, and it was the weirdest, strangest thing. And she was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Ben?" It's like, "I'm just hanging out with you, blah blah blah. I recently got fired for some shit." She got fired for something, right? And she's like, "Hey, maybe we could hang out and do all this stuff." And I haven't thought about Miss Grimes for years and years and years, you know, like 5th grade to like 9th grade, or the first year of 9th grade. And Nadine, this chick that was her neighbor, sent me this message. I'm like, I brought it to my mom. My mom's like, "No, you're not going to have lunch with this lady." I was like, oh. I didn't think too much of it until like I became an adult. I was like, I just like looked at the letter, and it was definitely like creepy. What was that girl, that lady that just like slept with all of her students? It was that kind of vibe, which is strange because I didn't think that we, you know, had that. I don't know. That's a weird story to tell. It's a weird story to tell that sounds believable. It sounds like, oh yeah, man, my teacher totally. But she wasn't. She was a bit older, right? She was like 50 when I was in 5th grade, so she was probably like 55 when she sent me that in middle school. But yeah, I had also, I didn't even realize, but I had a coach Mr. Meeker. I was bad at PE. I was probably the only one who had like a failing grade in PE, just because I didn't do anything. Like, you know, you get awards for participation, and I didn't participate. I would just be like Daria, right? I would walk around the court, except for like certain things, like volleyball. I had a lot of fun playing volleyball. That's a fun one. Any, you know, contact sport or sport that's not supposed to be contact, but I would always turn it into, you know, it's like flag football, quote unquote. But all of a sudden, somebody accidentally tackles somebody, you know. But yeah, he was always just like talking. He was like, oh yeah, let's go to Carl's Jr. after lunch. Let's go to Carl's Jr. after lunch. I was like, yeah, sure. Fucking free waffle fries? Hell yeah, dude. And he would always make fun of me, and I didn't like. I think he was a creepy coach. I think like 'cause we would have this locker room, right? Like you know, boys' locker room, and they would have this little sky box over to make sure that nobody was fucking around, right? And they would always play the same 3 songs. It was like Lowrider and 2 other like way old songs. Yeah, I think it's part of the prerequisites of being a gym teacher. And he didn't ask anyone else to go and hang out and go to Carl's Jr. after school, right? Because I was kind of like a latchkey kid. Like, my mom was never really around, so I just kind of did whatever. Like, I always took the late bus because I would just fuck around in school, or I would join, like, random clubs. But not, like, officially, because I couldn't officially join choir, or I couldn't officially join band, or I couldn't officially be a cheerleader, right? Like, I just had to kind of show up and just do the things, but I couldn't get credit because my grades were so bad. So I just, you know, I just hung around and did stuff, right? Everyone knew me, everyone... and so he's like, yeah, let's go to Carl's Jr. And I was like, hey mom, my coach wants to. She's like, a hard pass. She's like, no, you are not going and anywhere with some middle-aged dude with a receding hairline. I'm sorry, that's just not. I got really close to my psych teacher and used to come in other classes she had when students presented class projects. When another student called her hun once, I understood. I could only look bad and immediately stopped. Yeah. Damn. I don't know. There was a lot of... It's like my middle school and elementary school years. I'm not sure actually how much I repressed and didn't, right? Because there was a lot of rough times during that. Yeah, but I had to go to a little bit of therapy because my mom couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me and why I was getting bad grades. So... we would go to counseling. I would just like shut down because I hated when people would like, yeah, like I hate it. So they would do the thing where it's like, oh, let's play Uno, or oh, let's play a game, and you know, secretly talk about this stuff because they wouldn't open up. I like even now to this day, like I don't go to therapy. I probably should go to therapy, but I don't, right? And I hate when they write down stuff about me, right? Like I'm like, what are you writing? Like it's irrational. They're supposed to, and it probably helps me out a little bit better if they do that, right? But I just don't like that, right? So like I would just be really uncooperative. I would be like, no, I don't want to, you know, I don't want you writing shit down, and I don't want to tell you anything. I don't trust you. You're fucking creepy. I don't know. So we would just play games, right? And it would just do this all like every day during a certain period of time or whatever, just play games. It actually got me into some trouble too because I had to. I don't want to get into my whole military thing, but there was a part where I was fighting the military, and I went over and I was just like, you know, it was rough, and I had to go do like psychiatric evaluation and stuff like that, and I had to talk to this guy that was just like the biggest tool. Like I'm pretty sure that whoever this guy was like the most unlikable person in general. Like he really like BMWs. His whole office was decked out with a BMW. He had his key ring, right? And he had those little smart keys before they were like whatever they are, right? Like and he had like one, just like 3 of them hanging on his thing, the same car with different types of BMW models and makes and whatever. And he was just like BMW, just says, ah. And I was like, I do not like you. Like I was just like, he was like, be honest with me. What do you feel? I'm like, I fucking hate you, dude. like you're an unlikable person. And he's like, do you want me to send you another therapist? Like I went to another one. I was like, he just wasn't liked, and this is the guy that was supposed to evaluate my, you know, psychiatric well-being during this trying time that the military is trying to take away pretty much everything I worked for up until this point because reduction of force was a little bit easier than actually dealing with whatever problems that I was bringing up. Yeah, I was just like, I don't like being, you know, recorded. I don't like being talked to like an idiot too. Don't patronize me, you know, don't talk down to me. First of all, no one should talk down to anybody ever. Like, there are ways to get points across, but oh, well, you should, no. I'd like get, I see red. Like, I'm just, don't talk down to me, don't talk down to anybody. Who the fuck are you? You come over here and patronize me because I'm having problems or because you think I'm having problems, you want to make, So I'm going on a rant, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know, it triggers something in me. It's like, I went to counseling and it ended sending me to school out of state in the summer. Ugh. Later was discovered there was a school that kids went to instead of going to jail. 8th grade. Yeah, hey, me too, high five. I went to like 3 alternative school and independent studies. And it's like, parents didn't know that it was bad until I got jumped, robbed, spit on, and kicked in. Punched in the face. It really created some dark things in me. When I got home, I slept for 3 days straight. That's rough, man. Yeah, I don't know, like those... Luckily enough, those are kind of like my people, but you know, I'm just like this tall white kid, and a lot of people kind of don't take me for more than that, right? But like I've developed sort of a kinship with those types of people, like not necessarily criminals, but like outsiders, I guess you could say. You know, like the ones that society forgot, or that there's no real place in the world for them right now. Alternative, you know. Why are you doing this? Oh, because I don't know anything better. Well, shit, fuck it. We'll put them in a box and, you know, worry about them later. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stop playing this for now. I'm gonna go play some with Hobbs if you're ready. I won't be streaming it. I'll probably be streaming. Let's see. Oh, it's 11. Probably a little bit later after I'm done playing. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill, take out. It's too innocent to be in that world at the time. I've long since remedied that. Yeah, I mean, you get swole, right? Like, that's what Terry Crews did. Terry Crews had a pretty rough time growing up, and he was like, look, discipline and just kindness, and that's kind of the best way to combat these terrible, like, don't add to the circle of negativity and all that bullshit. Is like, overcome it and become the beacon in others, you know. Grew up around hardcore Republicans, like the stereotypical type, and it's hard to fit in anywhere because I don't like the part. But I have deep-rooted thoughts and behaviors from growing up around those people. Yeah, I can't really like even though I was raised really religious, right? Like from religion to religion, like half Christian, half Catholic. Like we were really involved in the church too. So I kind of get that. It's like no matter how hard I get, like there will be some fundamental part in me where it's like, you know, whatever, like the beliefs. Like I'm not religious at all anymore, not even remotely. But I get that it's part of your original programming, right? Like it's hard to shake that. I mean, it's easy to ignore, but like, you know, fundamentally, you know, that's like your infrastructure. Yeah, most of the stuff isn't good. But see, just because it's the way it is, and I think that being self-aware of the actions or the way that you are, the behaviors that are associated with that kind of mentality or whatever is better. Because there are 100 million people that grew up and are acting the way that they grew up. They didn't think about it. They didn't, you know, go out of their way to kind of be like, this is wrong. Or this doesn't seem right to me. And I'm going to think for myself, I'm going to think why this is wrong. At least for me. Like, I'm not saying there's a right or a wrong way to be, but, you know, like there's strength in self-awareness. And I think that's something to be proud of. At least, you know, I like to think so. Because having the power to kind of think for yourself is huge in this day and age where everyone is just kind of looking for somebody else to... Like, why? Like, reaction videos, right? Like, we're so just disassociated from our emotions, and our way to be is that we have to watch other people react so that we know how to feel about certain things. As a society. It's... Yeah. I mean, you just gotta do what works for you, and figuring that out takes strength. So, you know, applaud to you, applaud to me, applaud to us, because we're strong enough to kind of make up our own mind. Or not. Maybe it's just we saw something better. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I feel a lot of stuff is taken for granted, right? And a lot of things get like brushed over because it's not rewarding to be an independent thinker. Not to anyone other than the person. You know, you don't get rewarded for having contrary thoughts based on just logic or whatever it makes sense to you. It's a lot more rewarding to just go with the flow. It's just, oh yeah, this is the way to go. It's like, why? It's because everyone else is doing it, so it has to be. This is the way we do it. Why? Because it's always been done this way. Very popular ideals. Oh, but it's so easy because, like, we can't, you know, it's not our fault because this force that is beyond our power did this. Unless it was good, then we did that. That's us. It's whatever you gotta do. There's no wrong way to be a human. And even though I don't agree with some of it, it's still valid. Yeah, I don't know, like, I've noticed I've always been sort of a rebel, but I feel like sometimes I don't know how to put this in a way that doesn't sound like a complete tool, but it's like I'll choose the opposite of the crowd, of the flow, just because it's the popular thing, and that's not really, you know, making up your mind. That's having, you know, your mind being made up by somebody else and you doing the opposite, right? So I don't. It's hard. It's hard to just, like, you know, because blanket, you know, black and white binary bullshit is the easiest way to do it. This is wrong. This is right. It's like nothing in life is black and white. Nothing in the world. Nothing in the universe is just one way or the other. There's always exceptions. There's always, you know, stipulations, and there's always ways that it could not be. Hipster. I'll be a hipster. I don't look like a hipster, and I can't grow a beard. I think T's a hipster. T, are you a hipster? I'm just over here bullshitting. Maybe I should be playing something that just... I don't know. I should just have a just chatting stream. I should just play something that's not anything. Yeah, but I'm gonna switch over. But yeah, I'll be on in a few hours. I'll play Dauntless for a bit until, you know, we get tired of each other, and then I'll be back and we'll play some Elden Ring or something. But yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out. This is always fun, man. I like streaming. I like the people I meet. But yeah.